Hi, I'm Danny, and I'm going to teach you a little bit about sentence completions. So when I was studying for the SATs, a great teacher taught me 4 easy steps to follow for every sentence completion. And now it works every time. So that's what I'm going to teach you. 4 easy steps to use on every sentence completion. And this way, even if we don't know what some of the vocabulary means, we can still get the answer right just by following these steps. So let's start right away with the first step. So the first step is cover the answers. Now this might seem strange at first. Why cover the answers? It's a multiple choice test. That's where I'm going to figure out what the answer is. Well, oftentimes the SAT gives trick answers in these answer choices. They're trying to trick us. They're trying to dupe us. They might give an answer choice that seems like it has to do with the sentence, but it's actually an incorrect answer. Also, by covering the answer choices, we can come to an idea of what the blank in the sentence can be based solely on the context of the sentence. And if we can come to that on our own, then we can figure out the answer once we look at our multiple choice answers right away. So we're always going to follow our first step in our 4-step process for sentence completions, cover the answers. Step 2 is look for clue words. Now, what's a clue word? Well, there are 2 types of clue words. The first type of clue word is a word or a phrase that tells us something about the blank. And the second type of clue word is going to be a word that indicates a connection between words. So something that might tell us if the other clue words that we found are similar or different from the blank. I like to call these same ops because they're going to tell us if the blank is the same or opposite from other clue words in the sentence. Now, these can be words. These can also be punctuation, so we should look out for that. So on the same end of our same ops, we have words such as and, both, because, like, and also punctuation such as a comma or a semicolon. So if we see any of these words or a comma or a semicolon, then we know that the blank is going to be similar to other clue words in the sentence. Now if we see words such as although, even though, however, but, despite, instead of, we know that these are going to tell us that the blank is going to be opposite from other clue words in the sentence. So now let's take a look at an example sentence to see how this all works. Jacob felt great blank about his upcoming trip to Brazil. Indeed, he could hardly contain his enthusiasm. So now that we have an example, let's go through our first 2 steps to see how they work. So I haven't provided the answer choices here for you, so that step, covering the answers, is already done. So now let's try and figure out some clue words. So first, we can look for any words or phrases that might tell us something about the blank. So I think that I would go with the phrase, hardly contain his enthusiasm. This is telling us that Jacob is really excited about his trip. So now we can look for any same ops, words or punctuation that might tell us if the blank is going to be similar or opposite from other clue words in the sentence. So I think that the word indeed and also the semicolon are really good same ops in this sentence. They tell us that hardly contain his enthusiasm is going to be similar to the blank that we're looking for. So we know that we're looking for a word that is telling us that Jacob is really excited. Now that we know a little bit more about our blank, we can move on to our 3rd step. So the 3rd step for sentence completions is anticipate. So here, we're actually going to figure out what a possible word could be that could go in the blank. Now, we're not looking at the answer choices. This is solely coming from what we figured out from our clue words. So if we look at our example sentence, what might be a good word to anticipate? We know that we're looking for something similar to enthusiasm. So maybe we could anticipate happiness or great excitement, or how about great enthusiasm? We have to remember that oftentimes our best anticipation is what's already given to us in the sentence. So great enthusiasm is the best possible anticipation we could come up with. So now that we know our anticipation is going to be enthusiasm, we can move on to our last and final step, Tune into the next video to find out what it is. For more information, please visit our website at www.sandersontestprep.com.